Hello, students. Welcome to Unit 2 Notes, Lesson 1. This is our new unit, and it's on lines and segments and rays and a few other geometric things. I think you're going to like this unit. It goes pretty quick, and I think you'll do well in this. So the first thing is identifying uh, different geometric items. So in this first one, the question is, what is this? So what we need to know is the three things that this lesson will focus in on. One is lines. Those go on forever in opposite directions. It's a collection of points. So think about a point that goes in opposite directions on forever. Okay, so it's an unlimited amount of locations that lie to opposite sides of a location. And think about if I put enough of them in all together, and I zoom in and I keep going and I'm filling in all the different locations, there's actually an endless amount of locations. Therefore, it makes up what we call a line. All right. And then the next item we have is a ray. Well, a ray is when I have all of those same things happening, but it only goes in one direction. So it's pretty much a line that's been cut and it stops at what we call an endpoint. So a ray has an endpoint. And then it goes on forever in a particular direction. All right. And an aligned segment then is when we take a ray and we also cut that. All right, so let me erase this. Let me move some stuff around. Here's our line. Here's our ray. So this one's a line. This one is a ray because it has that endpoint. And then I'm going to copy this and paste it. So this is a segment, and it's when my line doesn't go on forever. It then has another endpoint. This is what we call a segment. And it's because it has two endpoints. So no matter which one we're talking about, we have an endless amount of locations. The question is, do they go on forever in both directions? Do they go on forever in one direction and have an endpoint? Or are those endless locations stuck between two endpoints? And remember, I can keep finding locations in between all of the locations. It will always be half of a half of a half. I can always find those locations. Okay? Now, rays go on forever in one direction. Lines in both directions. Segment are limited, but again, endless amount of endpoints. So what is this one? Well, this is a line. So when you're on IXL B1, you'll click line, and you'll get that one right. Okay, so that's a line. Let me change the color here. Here's a line. So what one, because there's no endpoints. This one is a ray because it has one endpoint, which is right here, and then it goes on forever in one direction. This next one is a line segment because we have an endpoint here and an endpoint here, and that makes it not a line, not a ray, but a line segment. Okay. Next one, we get another line because there's no endpoints. Then we got a, what is this one? Yep, a ray because we have one endpoint right here. And then we have another, oh, this one is we have an endpoint here and an endpoint here. I'm just labeling them. You don't have to label them. I'm just showing you that this line segment is because of it has two endpoints. Okay, so that's how we determine whether it's a line segment, or array. How do we name them though? How do we name them? Well, we name them by 2 points that lie on the line segment, or the ray. We only use 2 letters. So for this first one, we have line XY. Ooh, it looks like, let's add an arrow. It looks like my diagram got cut off a little bit. That's supposed to be a line. Okay, I know because I took the screenshot. So let's just add the arrow to it. So how do we name this? Well, this line has 2 names. It has line XY, or we can name it line YX. So what we have to make sure we do is on IXL, we're going to click this to put the line above it. And then we're going to type in our letters, which are going to be either X and Y or Y and X. What this is telling the reader is that it doesn't matter what direction we go in, because X and Y go on forever in opposite directions from one another, and they continue on. So we could call this XY or YX. So for a line, the order does not matter. Okay? For line, order does not matter. So let's name this one. Here we have another line. So it's going to be line, it's going to be line AB, or what's another name? Line BA. Again, we're using 2 of the points. So I'll say BA for this one. But before that, okay, before I do that, I'm going to have to pick this icon here on IXL, and it's going to put in a line for me. I need that, or else it's going to be wrong. I can't just say AB. I can't use either of these either. I don't have that option. It's going to be line, it's going to be line AB or BA. Okay? So order does not matter for that. All right, now we got 2 line segments. So order for line segments also do not matter. The symbol will. So we can name this GH, line segment GH. Notice there's no arrows. This doesn't go on forever in both directions, right? It's not doing that. So it's stuck between G and H. But order, again, does not matter. So I can say HG or GH. So let me put the word or here for this one. Oh. Okay. So GH or HG. So I'm going to select this icon here as a line segment, and I'm going to do that one. So I'm going to say HG, line segment HG. Okay, we're almost done with the lesson, actually. It'll be pretty quick. You just have to be able to name these in the right way. Okay, so we're also going to say for a line segment, the order does not matter as well. So that's good for us. So for a line segment, the order does not matter. All right. Okay, so we have another one. This is going to be line segment PQ or line segment QP. So I'm going to make sure I select this icon, and I'm going to type in QP, and I am good with that one. Okay, the most important part in array, order matters. So there is only one name for it and one name only. For array, I'm going to put this right here. For array, the order does matter. It can only be one way. Here's what's important. Array is named specifically from left to right. We name it from left to right. We name arrays we write, and let me rephrase that. We write the name. Oh, hold on. Sometimes the pen just disconnects. Okay. We write out the name of array from left to right. Array does not have to go left to right. It can go up and down. It can go anywhere. But when we write it, we have to look at it this way. So you'll notice that this arrow always goes left to right. No matter if the array is going this way or this way or this way or this way or maybe this way or this way. It does not matter how our array looks. In this case, XY looks like it's going from the top left to the bottom right. That's okay. It doesn't matter what way it goes. When we go to write it, we have to make sure we write it left to right. So that's the only icon they actually let you click on. So that's good. Half the battle's there. So how do we write it from left to right? Well, we have to start at this location up here called the endpoint. So we always focus on the endpoint, and that is what goes in the first spot. Because we're saying start at X. We are saying start at X. Start at X and go in the direction of Y is what it's saying. So we're going to start at X and we are going to go in the direction of Y. So we always start at an endpoint. Okay? So this last one, which point do we start at? Do we start at point P or at point Q? I hope you answer that with point P. So we will do point P and then Q. So we start at P and we go in the direction of Q. Order matters. Order matters. Okay? For array, the order does matter. All right? And that's it. So we are now done with the first lesson of notes. You can start IXL B1. All right, good luck.